Could you just introduce yourself?
My name is Ben Hammersley. I'm the Associate Editor of Wired magazine in the UK.
Okay. What do you think will be the next big thing in journalism in 2009?
The next big thing in journalism in 2009, I think, will be glossy magazines, because I'm launching one. So,
can you tell a bit more about it?
Wired magazine is the UK edition of the American magazine, and we launch on April 2nd.
Okay.
And it's going to be a big, very, very high quality glossy magazine on very, very beautiful paper with very long feature articles, long investigations, beautiful photojournalism, really, really nicely designed, lots of infographics, really taking the best literary journalism, the best photography and the best design and mashing them up together into a really gorgeous magazine.
Okay. And what about a very cool website besides that? Of course.
There will be a website, yes. Will it be as cool as the magazine? No, I don't think so.
Okay, why not? Why the focus on the magazine?
Because magazines give you some inherent qualities that you just don't get with the web or with television or with radio or something like that. And I think that we can do things in a magazine that are truly, truly beautiful, both in the way, both in the writing and the reporting, but also in the presentation and the photography, that you can't do anywhere else. It creates an incredibly satisfying package.
Okay. Last question: do glossy magazines have a place in the future of journalism?
Yes, I think every medium has a place in the future of journalism, whether it's radio or television or online or offline, or newspapers, magazines, or anything. I think the future of journalism will be that people take each of those different media and they do the media to the best that particular media can be. If you're going to make a glossy magazine, the glossy magazine has certain qualities that you can use to make the best possible thing. And newspapers also have certain qualities that you can use. Newspapers aren't websites, websites aren't magazines, magazines aren't newspapers. These things, they're not each other. And when people look at the outlet that they're publishing in, and they work out what's the best thing that they can do with that outlet, and then they do that, then I think that all of these outlets have a very, very strong future. But if people want to make newspapers more like the web, or the web more like the magazine, or the television more like the radio, or the radio more like newspapers, or whatever, then they're going to fail. But magazines have certain qualities, and we can do things with those that you can't do online, and vice versa.
So the classic "do what you do best, link to the rest" is true.
Yes, but what you do best is not just what you do best, but it's also as journalists, but also as what your medium does best. And the very best magazines have certain qualities to them, in terms of the paper, in terms of when you read them, in terms of where you read them, in terms of the printing, in terms of all of those sorts of things, which other outlets don't have. And same thing with newspapers. They have certain qualities that the web doesn't have, the web has certain qualities that newspapers don't have, and so on. And when people take full advantage of the quality that their particular medium has, then they'll be very successful. The most popular web things are things that can only happen on the web. You can't do the Twitter and paper, you can't do Facebook on radio, for a reason. That's why they're so successful. When you try and do a newspaper online, unless you're doing things that can only be done online, then at some point you're going to die. And the same thing with a newspaper. If you're trying to make a newspaper with things that you could easily do online, why bother? But if you make a newspaper that can only be done on paper, that's delivered in the morning to your door, and certain qualities that only those things can do, then you'll be successful.
Okay,
that's
thank you.
For next year.
Okay, thanks.